Good evening, everybody. Steven from Break Free Homestead. Today's video is gonna be a little bit different. This is my chicken coop. We house about 30 chickens in there. Last time I counted, it's like around 30, 29, 30, same difference. A lot of chickens. It is an 8x8, and I made it tall enough so I could go in and clean it out without, having to crouch down or whatever. So it makes it a lot easier for clean outs. But there are some things that are kind of annoying about it, and if I built it again now, I'd probably change. And these are those things. I really appreciate everybody watching. If you drop down below, hit that like button and then subscribe. I make new videos every Friday. So as the house is over here, we kind of positioned it near the edge of our property over here, sort of canted, so the run could go out and turn towards the side of the property line, which is nice to keep it tucked away on the side. But number one is going to be the door run that I made here. Not too bad of a deal, but when I come in to clean this out, I cannot fit my wheelbarrow through this. So I have to basically park it here and then shovel everything from the door into the wheelbarrow. Not the end of the world, but it's just like one of those little things. If I just had it in there, I could just wheel it right up to it and just scoop it right into it. It'd be a lot easier. Number two is the fact that I put my great door inside the run. Got the chicken door and the human door in the run. It's kind of stupid because when it gets mucky in here and nasty, you're coming and sliding through the mud trying to get up here, and there's a little bit of a step to get in, so sometimes it can get pretty nasty. So my nesting box, I have 5 boxes, and I basically made it level with the floor in there. And if I did it again, I think I would raise them up a little bit, get that off the floor, so all the hens aren't walking in there. If they don't want to lay, then they're walking in there for no reason, and sometimes there's some poop in there, but other than that, it's not too bad. I would just do it next time, raise it up. Number 4 is the door swinging out. So in the winter, when all the bedding and poop freezes, because we're doing the deep litter method, if you get any in the door jamb over here, sometimes it can be a real pain to close the door, or I'll have to come out here with a shovel or a chisel to chip it away. Number 5, excuse me, eesh, trying to make videos here. Number 5 is I put laminate flooring on the bottom of the coop, so in the summer it'd be easier to clean out and sweep out. That way it wouldn't be soaking into the wood and stick to it. So I did that, and before I got the roof on, I got a good rain, and the rain sat on the laminate and kind of folded it. So when I shoveled it out here and there, I wasn't careful enough, and that little bubble on the laminate, I just ripped it. So it's ripped a little bit more here and there, and it's not really doing its purpose anymore. But when I chipped away at the frozen stuff to close the door, you can see it's ripped there. So it does not last forever. I don't know if there's a permanent solution to that, but we tried, and it just didn't work out perfectly. So number 6 is the chicken door. It looks kind of hoopty because the paint was wet when I put it in there because I needed to lock them up. But I'm gonna change this summer. These 2 guides are on the bottom. They just need to go all the way up for the full length of the door when it's open and closed. It should make it easier to close and open. Number 7, my nesting box, this roof. I really kind of wasn't thinking that much about it when I made it. I put the roof on top, just use the same metal as the regular roof, and it folds up like that, and we use a stick to close it, which ain't too bad, but sometimes it's a pain in the butt, as these nesting boxes are pretty deep, and if you don't look in there all the way, they could be eggs tucked back there. So I think if I made it again, I would get that, what is that magical egg collector, the one that rolls away. That'd be pretty nice. But if you're just doing a simple egg collector, I think folding door down on the side might make it a little bit easier to collect your eggs. Number 8, the roofing. It was my first time using metal roofing, and I didn't really know what I was doing. But we used these, I don't even know what they are. They're like the accordion wood pieces, and I thought you had to use these under this this type of roof, and that reason I put this screws, the roof screws on the ridge of the, I don't even know what you call this, the channels, maybe, let's go with channels. So we put them on the ridge, and it's kind of, I think it's wrong. It's probably roof people that are like, you're an idiot, you're wrong. But yeah, I did this on here, and I did it on the roof. I'm not going back to change it. That'd be way too much work, but I fixed that on my shed. That's just a little mistake. Number 9, as you can see in this video, don't have permanent power in the coop yet. So this winter, I ran an extension cord. It's kind of hoopty. The extension cord's buried in the ground when it shouldn't be, but we needed power out here, so we did it. Hopefully sometime in the future we can get permanent power out here to make it a legitimate thing. Last but not least, number 10, the run. I made this huge run. Took a lot of time to make. I only put pressure treated wood on the vertical columns, and the rest are just normal untreated wood, and I did not treat it. I did not stain it. The wood is going to look worse and worse. You know, I could stain it now, but now the chicken wire is already on it. So we'll see if we end up doing that. You know, even if it's not like a stain, I don't really care if it's a different color, but sealing it just so it doesn't look worse and worse every year. All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed watching my 10 things I would change on my chicken coop video. Comment down below if you had these same issues. I'm sure, you know, everybody building a coop for the first time, obviously it's not gonna be perfect. I really like the way it turned out, but there's just little things that you can tweak to make it better. And if you are looking to make a coop, this might help you and decide what you're gonna do with your coop. See you next time on Break Free Homestead. Oh, here comes all the hens back from the neighbor's yard by the pigs. It's almost that time, girls. Almost that time. Let's go, gang. Let's go, gang. We going? Slow and steady, slow and steady. Down below, am I the crazy chicken man? I feel like I am when they run out after I grab the feed and they're chasing me down, looking for food.